मुझे आप सबके बीच आना पड़ा। आपकी तरह मैं भी विद्यार्थी रहा हूं। विद्यार्थी होना बहुत गौरव की बात है। इट इज ए मैटर ऑफ ग्रेट प्राइड एंड इट इज ए मैटर ऑफ ग्रेट shame if you cannot behave like a student. It is a matter of great dishonor to the organization, to the institute, to your parents, to your family, and above all to your nation. If you cannot sit silently and listen to a person who has come long way just for you, just to enlighten your lives, just to fill you with energy, just to make you understand what for you are doing here, what for you are coming to the institute. It is a real dishonor to yourself. There is nothing more important in life than you yourself. This is the first message which I want to give you. आजकल मनुष्य पागल हुआ घूम रहा है चारों ओर, और मनुष्य पागल इसीलिए हुआ जा रहा है कि विद्यार्थी जीवन में उसने अपने साथ अन्याय किया है, अपने साथ अत्याचार किया है, अपने जीवन को विद्यार्थी की तरह जिया नहीं है। तुम कैसे ऐसा जीवन जियो कि पागलों की संज्ञा तुम्हें न दी जाए। कहते हैं एक स्कूल का इंस्पेक्टर, उसका दिमाग खराब हो गया था, और जैसा सरकारी व्यवस्था होती है, सरकार ने उसको कंपलसरी रिटायरमेंट भी दे दिया था, लेकिन वो आदेश, वह आर्डर स्कूल तक आते 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 इतना देर हो गई। उस बीच उसने कई स्कूलों का मुआयना किया। जिस भी स्कूल में वो इंस्पेक्टर जाता, एक ही प्रश्न पूछता कि दिल्ली से हैदराबाद की दूरी 1000 किलोमीटर है और हवाई जहाज को हैदराबाद पहुंचने में 1.25 घंटे लगते हैं। इसके आधार पर कोई मेरी उम्र बता सकता है कि कितनी है? कोई मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन के आधार पर मेरी उम्र अगर बता दे, उसको मैं अपने पूरे साल की सैलरी इनाम में दे दूंगा। जिस स्कूल में जाता, सारे के सारे बच्चे परेशान होते, स्टाफ परेशान होता। दिल्ली से हैदराबाद तक की दूरी और हवाई जहाज की स्पीड के आधार पर इंस्पेक्टर साहब की उम्र कैसे बताई जा सकती है? लेकिन एक स्कूल में बहुत अद्भुत घटना घटी। जब उन्होंने ये प्रश्न पूछा, पूरे समूह में से एक लड़का खड़ा हुआ, हाथ, he started waving his hands and said कि मैं बता सकता हूं सर, आपकी उम्र 44 इयर्स है। उस स्कूल इंस्पेक्टर ने बड़े जोर से ताली बजाई और कहा कि मैं 16 स्कूलों में 16 स्कूल्स में आई है पुट दिस क्वेश्चन बट nobody could answer and I wonder how excellently you have answered the right age. My prize will go to you, but you tell me how did you calculate it? The whole lot was stunned, but the boy stood up and said, sir, गांव में मेरा बड़ा भाई है, लोग उसको आधा पागल कहते हैं, उसकी उम्र 22 इयर्स है। इसके आधार पर मैंने सोचा आपकी उम्र जस्ट डबल होगी, क्योंकि आप पूरे पागल हैं। तीर तुक्के से कोई बात लग जाए तो बात सही हो गई, लेकिन वास्तव में आज का विद्यार्थी तीर तुक्के से कुछ पा गया जिंदगी में तो पा गया, लेकिन वास्तव में उसके हाथ कुछ लगता नहीं, ऐसे खाली खाली चला जाता है। आपकी जिंदगी थोड़ी है, समय सीमित है, ऊर्जा सीमित है, और आपको जिंदगी में बहुत बड़ी बड़ी उपलब्धियां करनी है, बड़ी बड़ी चीजें पानी है। कैसे इस सीमित ऊर्जा में, लिमिटेड एनर्जी, लिमिटेड टाइम, with this limited energy, with this limited time, how you can make unlimited achievements? This is the content of today's workshop. If you can listen to me heart to heart, I can confidently announce right here that nobody will go empty and handed from here. You will certainly get something which will make your life, which will shape your life and which will enlighten your life. सबसे पहली बात आपसे कहना चाहता हूं, आपके पास एक बहुत बड़ी शक्ति है, आप सबके पास बहुत बड़ी शक्ति है। उस शक्ति का प्रयोग करने का विज्ञान आपको पता हो जाए तो आप जिंदगी में बड़े बड़े चमत्कार कर सकते हैं, और ये मैंने अपने प्राणों से अनुभव किया है। मैंने जो अनुभव किया, व्हाट एवर आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड, Whatever has saved my life, that I want to convey to you heart to heart. The first thing for each of you which I want to convey is the science of thought power. By application of the science of thought power, you can change your life, you can change your destiny, and you can achieve anything you want to achieve in this life. I will be witness to you right from this day up to your achievements. I will again like to come back to you and share your experiences with me very soon, within 3 or 4 months. But just listen to me for some time. I want to say, आपके पास जो सबसे बड़ी शक्ति है वो विचारों की शक्ति है. विचार के माध्यम से आप जिंदगी में कुछ भी पा सकते हैं. कोई भी चीज इस अस्तित्व में प्रकट होती है तो 2 बार पैदा होती है. पहले आपके दिमाग में पैदा होती है, उसके बाद असलियत में प्रकट होती है. फर्स्ट इट इज बॉर्न इनटू योर माइंड, देन इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू रियलिटी. आप जैसा जैसा भाव करते हैं, जैसा जैसा विचार करते हैं, वैसा वैसा ही आपका जीवन बनता जाता है. तो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है कि जो जो आपने कल सोचा था, जो जो आपने अनंत बार चाहा है, जो जो आपने अनंत बार विचार किया है, वही आपकी जिंदगी में प्रकट होता है. उसी से आपकी जिंदगी बन जाती है. आपकी जिंदगी आज जो है वही है जो कुछ आपने कल सोचा था, और आज जैसा जैसा सोचेंगे उसी से आपकी कल की जिंदगी बन जाएगी. तो कल का भविष्य तो आप स्वयं बना सकते हैं. आज क्या सोचते हैं इसके द्वारा. किसी इन्वेस्टमेंट की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई दिनों रात बैठ के टेक्स्ट बुक पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. सिर्फ क्या सोचते हैं आप, व्हाट यू थिंक, व्हाट इज द कंटेंट ऑफ योर थॉट, दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग व्हिच कैन चेंज योर लाइफ, व्हिच कैन चेंज योर डेस्टिनी. एंड आई टेल यू, you become what you think. Absolutely nothing can shape up your personality except what you think. Therefore, the scientists of spirituality like Gautam Buddha have said, master your thoughts and you master your destiny. Master the content of your thought and you will master the future, what you have got to become in future. And I want to tell you the essence of the science of thought power. The essence is, you get in life what you think about or what you focus upon, whether you want it or you don't want it. In other words, whatever you are thinking today, that is bound to happen in your life in reality, whether you want it or you don't want it. So if you are worrying about something, worrying is just an invitation to receiving that thing. If you constantly think about something, that is an invitation for that thing to occur in your life. Suppose you are always worried whether you will be able to succeed in your exam or not. You are worrying about the exam. You are fearing about the success in exams. Your anxiety, your fear is bound to lead you to the failure in your exams. Because the thought of failure will one day take you to failure. The anxiety of being ill will certainly make you ill. So fundamental thing is, what you don't want to attract in life, you should keep away from the thoughts of that thing. And that is why it has always been impressed upon, that if you don't want to achieve, if you don't want to gain, if you don't want to receive unpleasant things in life, the first principle is, don't think of unpleasant things which you don't want to receive in life. Suppose you have got a loving and friendly relationship with someone, but if you are always doubting about the love, you are always doubting about the affection, then that relationship cannot mature into success. If you have a relationship of love, a relationship of friendship with someone, then try to count the flowers, you try to count the blessings, you try to count the pleasantries which you share in the relationship, and don't pay attention to the unpleasantries. Whatever you focus upon, that expands. Whatever you focus upon, that multiplies. If you focus upon the pleasantries, if you focus upon the beauties of relationship, then the relationship will grow more and more beautiful, more and more pleasant. If you focus otherwise upon the unpleasantries, you must always practice thinking big, dreaming big. Think big, dream big. It is the first message about bringing about changes in your thinking pattern. आप जितना बड़ा बड़ा सोचते हैं, the bigger you think, the greater you think, there is explosion of energy, hidden energy from inside you. You are a treasure house of limitless powers. But you fail to realize your own powers. All your powers remain dormant, and you spend the whole life, the powers remain useless for you. Until and unless you create a big challenge, until and unless you put a big goal before you, your energies will not explode, your energies will not come out. So, the bigger you think, the bigger you achieve. The greater you dream, the greater you achieve. This is the first principle. The hidden energies will start exploding like anything. And there is only one way. For example, I can ask any one of you to come, and I may ask you to take a run of 500 meters. And I may request you, please run as fast as you can. You will go running as fast as you feel like going, and you will come back and you will say, I have obeyed. If I call another person along with you and say, let both of you run, and whoever comes first, he will be given a gold medal, I am sure your speed will become faster. Is it so? Yes. There is another situation. I managed to get a gunda of the area standing on the rostrum, and I may show you that he has got a dagger in his hand, and he just to stab you. Now I will not have to ask you to run. You will start running with that speed which even an Olympic player cannot equal, cannot compare. Where from that energy came? Where from that power came? That power was already hidden inside you. But that came up just because the challenge came before you. Therefore, if you have got a big target, a big aim to achieve, then the energy hidden inside you will explode, will come up, otherwise the energy will go waste. It will not be utilized by you any time all through your life. So first thing, the scientists have established whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve. Remember it, note it. There is nothing which you cannot achieve. There is no difference between a peak performer and weak performer, except the peak performer has got a big aim to achieve. And a weak performer says, oh, this much is sufficient for me. So my proposal is, just think big, just dream big. What is the difference between thinking big and dreaming big? A minute difference, but very valuable difference. Thinking big is an activity of thought. There you only think, you apply your thinking faculty. But in dreaming big, there is one more dimension added, and that dimension is you start visualizing what you think. So do not only think, but even visualize that your thoughts are happening. Suppose you are thinking of becoming a collector, becoming an IAS officer. So thinking of being an IAS officer, thinking of becoming a collector is a thought. But visualizing yourself on the chair of a collector, that is a dream. You are dreaming your thought as if it is actually happening in reality. So do not only think, but even visualize what you want to achieve, whatever you want to get, whatever you want to attain. You know, the psychologists have reached a very significant conclusion. They say the reason behind your small achievements is very simple. They say round the clock, in 24 hours, there are around 60,000 thoughts which you think. An average individual has 60,000 thoughts in his mind over a period of 24 hours. And you will be surprised to note, they say, out of these 60,000 thoughts, 99% and even more thoughts are the same which you had thought yesterday. It means you are regularly, every day, thinking the same thoughts. You have developed a limited thinking pattern. And because of that, you keep on moving in that circle, round the clock throughout your life, but you reach nowhere. You achieve nothing. Nothing distinct, nothing extraordinary. For attaining something extraordinary, you will have to think extraordinary. For attaining anything big, you will have to develop a habit of limitless thinking. That there is no limit to your achievements. The only limits on your achievements are the limits which you impose upon yourself. There is no other person. You yourself impose limits upon yourself. If you impose limits upon yourself, nobody can offer you anything bigger. So this is my heartfelt experience. If you develop the habit of limitless thinking, you can achieve unlimited achievements, unlimited heights of achievements you can reach. And this is something for which no investment is required. Now I tell you three fundamental things which are very important for getting all that you want, for achieving all that you want in your career, in your life, in your relationship, in your family, whatever may be your objective. If you follow specifically three fundamental points. Number one, you should have a clear demand from the existence. You should know clearly, definitely, as you what you want to achieve, as what you want to be, as what you want to gain. If you are definite, if you are clear, the first step towards achieving all that you want is completed. I feel very sorry, at very many times I have asked the students to come up and tell me, what do you want to achieve in life? They say, I have still not decided, I am still not clear what I want to be. If you don't know what you want to be, if you don't know what you want to achieve, no power of this earth can give you that thing. You should have a passion. First you should decide what you want to achieve, then you should develop a passion round the clock, day in, day out. You should just be filled with that passion from inside out, that you want to achieve, you can achieve, and you will achieve. If you are filled with passion, no power on this earth can stop you from achieving that thing. This is my heartfelt experience. In so many things for which I had no infrastructure, so many things for which I did not have any resources, I achieved a number of such big things simply by virtue of my strong passion to achieve them. The passion invites the forces of the cosmic energy, and your passion is bound to result into reality. For that you need not have resources. The resources are always provided by the existence. First thing, you should have a clear, definite aim. Second thing, you should believe it. Belief is the most necessary aspect of your thought power. If you believe that it can happen, it will happen. I am telling you a very strange thing. Only 3% snakes on this earth are poisonous. But you will wonder, scientists have drawn the conclusion, 99% of the persons who die by the biting of snakes, 99% persons who die by the biting of snakes are those persons who die because of the biting of those snakes who did not have poison, who were not poisonous. But the simple fact that they believe that the snake has bitten them, they die. They feel that the poison has gone inside them. You must have heard the placebo effect. It is a very famous effect, a very famous experiment of the medical science. The medical science people have made a very mind-blowing experience. They collected 100 patients who were suffering from this same disease. 50 patients of them were put in another house, 50 were put in different house. Those 50 persons who were put in house number 1, they were administered real medicine which was imported from America for that illness. But they were told that the real medicine has not come, is not available. So they are being given some temporary medicine so that they can survive till the medicine comes, till the real medicine comes. And house number 2, in which 50 patients were put, who were administered just fake medicine, only colored water. But they were told that the real medicine from America has become available and now it is being administered to you, it is being given to you, now you will be cured without a shadow of doubt. The result was alarming. Those who were given the real medicine, only 20% of those patients could be cured. And those who were given the fake medicine, 80% of the patients were cured, just because they believed that they had been given the right medicine, the real medicine which was imported from America. So the belief has got a great power. If you believe that you can top, if you believe that you can succeed in your target, if you believe that you can achieve more than 90%, first you put the target, then you have a firm belief that you will achieve 90% plus. This belief day in and day out, go on, let it grow, don't weep, don't cry, don't have a sorrow and melancholic face round the clock which you are prone to have. You simply shout and make noise in the class, but inside your hearts all of you are sad, morose and melancholic, as if half dead, half alive. That is why you don't achieve anything in life. You should be brimming with joy from inside. If you are brimming with this joy inside, then you won't be able to make noise, you won't be able to shout, you won't be able to create nonsense. Because from inside you will be brimming with joy, there will be radiance on your face, there will be luster and attraction on your face. You will invite and attract everyone around you. So have a firm belief, firm faith that you can achieve the target. This belief, this faith brings out the hidden energies from inside you. A person starts earning millions, multi-millions and then billions and multi-billions. And a person comes to me, he says, Gurudev, you have created miracles, your words prove true about anything you speak. You please kindly do something so that I can start earning more. I asked him, how much you want? I will do something for you and you will certainly be able to achieve it. He said, Gurudev, I am earning 15,000. If I manage to get 20,000 per month, it will be very helpful for me. Please do something so that I can be able to earn at least 20,000 per month. If your targets are so low, if your aims are so low, no power on this earth can give you more than 20,000. But if you think of millions and billions, it is my experience, no power on this earth can stop you from minting millions and minting billions and billions on this earth. There are people who spend 5 rupees and 10 rupees and they feel sorry that they have spent their valuable 10 rupees. And there are persons who spend lakhs and crores as others spend 10 rupees and 100 rupees. They spend lakhs and crores like that. What is the difference between the two? The only difference is that of their power of thought. I am going to tell you that this power, application of the science of thought power can revolutionize your life, can change your life, can change your destiny. And the third thing which I would like to tell you, that whatever you want to achieve, visualize as if you have already achieved it. If you love someone, don't doubt that you will be able to achieve or you will not be able to achieve. If you love someone, visualize that you have achieved him or her. And round the clock, follow this, practice this. You will find that your thought has got the magnetic power to attract the things you think. This is the fundamental. Your thought has got the magnetic power to attract everything that you think. And I tell you now the fourth most important thing, how you can convert your thoughts into reality, into things, into real events, into happenings. I tell you, listen attentively for 5 minutes to understand this point, and this point is so valuable that it can ignite the faculties inside you. If we make 2 parts of your brain, one part is the conscious part, the conscious mind. The other is the subconscious mind. If the power of the conscious mind is 10%, the power of the subconscious mind is 90%. Whatever you think with this conscious mind, you have to transmit it, you have to convey your thoughts to the subconscious mind, which has got 90% powers, and it is the subconscious mind which is capable of converting your thoughts into reality, into happenings, into events. So you must know the process of conveying your thoughts, conveying your aims, conveying your goals to the subconscious mind. What is the process? The process is, your subconscious mind becomes active when you are going to sleep, when you are about to sleep but yet not slept, when you are on the bed going to sleep but yet not slept. That time scientists say the alpha state of mind becomes active, becomes operative. In that alpha state of mind, the subconscious mind is active, and if you convey your thoughts that time to the subconscious mind, then the subconscious mind takes it, receives it, feeds it into itself, and processes it out in due course into reality. So whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to receive in life, while going to bed, just start repeating it and visualizing it. If you want to become a collector, if you want to become a big business magnate, you just keep repeating your target, you just keep repeating your aim while going to bed, and then with eyes closed just visualize it. If you become passionate about getting something, then your subconscious mind is bound to receive it. While going to bed, while getting up from the bed, both the times subconscious mind is operational, active, and you achieve what you cannot otherwise think of achieving. And I tell you, you may not be having a single penny in your pocket, and I can turn you into multi-millionaire and multi-billionaire just by the application of the science of thought power, the way I have suggested you. Another important aspect which I would like to suggest to you, that the science of thought power can be applied in a more enhanced manner to expedite the attainment of your aims and goals by practicing the Mahamedha Kriya. Mahamedha Kriya has come out of my heart, out of my being, in a state of utter thoughtlessness, what we call the state of dhyana or samadhi. It was revealed to me in such a way that ultimately when I applied it, especially to students, their performance in examinations was multiplied many times. Their percentage increased even by more than 40%. Those students who were hardly passing their high school and intermediate exams, those students are now students of medical college and engineering colleges. And I can announce with a sense of utter confidence and pride that anyone sitting over here, if practices Mahamedha Kriya just 13 minutes per day, I will tell you the science how you have to practice it. Just 13 minutes per day can create miracles in your life. You can achieve outstanding success in your academic exams, you can achieve outstanding success in your competitive exams, and you can achieve extraordinary heights in your real life. What is Mahamedha Kriya? It is an established scientific technique for unleashing the limitless powers of the brain, at the same time attaining sound body, sound mind and self-realization. I tell you one very important point. Your mind is a treasure house of limitless powers. But the greatest irony of fate is that ordinary individuals manage to utilize only 5 to 7% of their brain power. Even extraordinary geniuses like Albert Einstein and Bertrand Russell could utilize only 15% of their brain power. And here I am going to tell a scientific technique. By application of this scientific technique, you can make the optimum utilization of your brain power, which will help you for attaining outstanding success in your exams, in your career and in your life. It will change your life, it will change the quality of your life in many ways. If you start practicing it at the age you are. That is why I am going across the country from college to college, university to university, school to school. If the Kriya is practiced from the very beginning, it can show miraculous results. It can show outstanding results. It can develop the Einstein from inside you. It can develop the Buddha from inside you. It can develop something extraordinary which is hidden inside you. How? Second point I will tell you, your brain is only 3% of your body weight. But the surprising point is that your brain consumes 25% of your blood supply and supply of oxygen. This small brain consumes 25% of the oxygen you inhale, 25% of the blood supply of the total body. So this is the most magnificent computer. If you know how to use it properly, how to make it create energy for outstanding performance in every field you are interested in. If this supply of oxygen and blood in proper quantities to the brain is hampered, then you face many problems in your life. It becomes difficult for you to study the text. It becomes difficult for you to concentrate. It becomes difficult for you to be normal. It becomes the cause of cancers. It becomes the cause of migraine. It becomes the cause of headaches. It becomes the cause of tension, anxiety, and it becomes the cause of so many ills which modern day students are facing. Mahamedha Kriya is that scientific technique which ensures proper supply of blood and oxygen to your brain so that it is put to optimum utilization during the course of your studies and during the course of your examinations. Third thing, very important, is your brain is comprised of 10 to 15 billion neurons, and they are so subtle that on a pinhead 20,000 neurons can be adjusted just on the head of a pin. They are so subtle. But it is not the number of neurons which determines your intelligence, your memory power. It is the number of interconnections of those neurons which determines your intelligence, which determines your power of memory. The interconnections of neurons have been termed as synapses by the scientists. Mahamedha Kriya is that scientific technique which ensures multifold increase in the interconnections of neurons, which ensures multifold increase in the number of synapses of your brain, and thereby it becomes a powerful technique to unleash the limitless powers of our brain. There is an explosion of energy, there is an explosion of intelligence when you practice this Kriya, and ultimately this leads to the enhancement of your power of memory also by many times. And you know, today there is great pressure of syllabus. There is great pressure of parents and teachers for doing more and more, for doing better and better, for excelling in every field. You yourself have got the peer pressure that my friend is doing so well, I am not doing so well. Ambitions have been infused in you right from the very childhood. Even today, you are seeing the lifestyle. You have to become something. You have to achieve something so that you can have a respectable life in this society. And for that, you are always under pressure. Mahamedha Kriya is such a scientific technique that it makes you pressure free. It makes you tension free. It makes you relieved and joyful from inside. What I personally suggest you, that the practice of the Kriya leads to multifold increase in memory power and in intelligence of the students. Thereby it becomes a very powerful tool for outstanding success in your exams. Another important point I would like to suggest, that the basic and fundamental problem with you which bars you from achieving success in your career, and that is, you don't have a sound body and sound mind. And the fundamental cause of sound body, sound mind not being with you is your pattern of breathing is wrong. Everybody is breathing wrongly. You are breathing too shallow and too quickly. You are always in hurry, either because of this thing or that thing. You are always under stress, you are always under tension. What you have to take care, you have to remain conscious that your breathing is always long and deep, long and deep. If you only practice this thing, you remain conscious about breathing, this can bring about a dramatic change in your whole life pattern. And Mahamedha Kriya is that technique which, if practiced just 13 minutes, will bring you to ideal scientific way of breathing. For scientific breathing, your inhalation should be longer and your exhalation should be the longest. In other words, you should take more time in exhaling than in inhaling. And the practice of Mahamedha Kriya corrects your breathing pattern. Now I will come to you about the technique of Mahamedha Kriya. How it affects, I have already told the scientific aspects. Now I tell you, there are 5 steps in Mahamedha Kriya. Step number 1, I will take only 20 minutes to explain the whole of Mahamedha Kriya to you. And if you understand this Kriya, it is just a matter of understanding. You have not to do anything much about it. If you understand it, it will start becoming a part of your life and living. So, step number 1 is chaotic breathing. In chaotic breathing, you have to stand up wherever you are. So, if you want to understand the first step, chaotic breathing, I will love and like that all of you stand up wherever you are, just stand up and be silent, be relaxed, be tension free. Let your hands be down and loose. Let your shoulders be tension free. And please close your eyes and close your lips. The first stage of Mahamedha Kriya, that is chaotic deep breathing. Relax your body, close your eyes and close your lips. I am going to tell you, you have to simply go for fast and deep breathing like me. Just first see how I am doing it. Fast and deep breathing through the nose. Fast and deep, just for 2 minutes. Fast and deep with full energy, with full power, पूरी ताकत लगाकर, पूरी शक्ति लगाकर, जरा सा भी चोरी न करें ताकत की और ताकत लगाकर पहली फर्स्ट स्टेप का अभ्यास करें. फास्ट एंड डीप ब्रीदिंग थ्रू द नोज. सांस बाहर छोड़े भीतर ले, बाहर छोड़े भीतर ले, बाहर छोड़े भीतर ले, और तेजी से इस क्रिया को करें. जो इस क्रिया को भी नहीं कर सकते हैं वो जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं पा सकते हैं. ये आपके शरीर में भीतर बैठे हुए तमाम कचरे को बाहर कर देगी. आपके शरीर में विद्युत ऊर्जा, इट विल इंश्योर द फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इनसाइड योर बॉडी, एंड दैट इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी will enlighten you. It will throw away all the rubbish which is inside you in the form of carbons, in the form of toxins. Please, once more, put all your energies for fast breathing, breathing fast, breathing deep, breathing fast, breathing deep, breathing fast, breathing deep, breathing fast, breathing deep. So this is the most important Kriya which starts with breathing technique. If you practice this Kriya, chaotic deep breathing, it does not require any rules, any system, any regulations. It simply requires that you stand up with a tension-free body, with a tensionless mind. You have simply to breathe fast and deep, fast and deep, fast and deep for 3 to 5 minutes according to your capacity. Step number 2 is searching the third eye. तीसरी आँख की खोज. Already you know there are 2 eyes, but scientists say that between both the eyebrows, the midpoint between both the eyebrows, there is a pineal gland, the most mysterious part of your body. Medical science says it is the most mysterious part of your body. Nothing much has been known about it, but the science of spirituality since times immemorial discovered this point, and they have named it as the third eye, as Sivanetra, as Trinetra, or as Jnana Chakshu. It is the eye of knowledge. This second stage is the stage, tells you the technique of opening the third eye. The third eye is not blind, it is simply closed and you can open it. People come to me, just sit before me. And very many of you sitting over here have seen this miracle that I start writing what is in their mind, what problems they are suffering from, what for they have come to me. And you see, how do I do it? Just I close my eyes and I start seeing things which is not visible to these eyes. And every one of you has the capacity to open your third eye with a very simple practice, and this practice will lead to the unleashing of immense intelligence inside you. It will develop sharp intuition. For opening the third eye, I told you the science behind this technique. Now I want to tell you the method, the device through which the third eye opens. You have just to sit silently, sit on the chair with your spine erect, with your backbone erect. अपनी backbone को सीधा कर लें, और in all the 4 steps you have to keep your backbone straight, so that the flow of energy from your Mooladhara center up to the uppermost center can be smooth and easy. So, with your spine erect, close your eyes and close your lips. With your eyes closed, please pay your attention between the eyebrows, the middle point between the eyebrows. Just keep watching the middle point between the eyebrows, where tika or tilak is placed. That point, the point of tika, the point of tilak, the middle point between the eyebrows. With your eyes, continue looking at the middle point with eyes closed. Let your total attention be on the midpoint between the eyebrows. Attention is the food for the third eye. When the third eye receives its food, it starts getting energized, it starts getting active, it starts getting alive, and that is what we call opening the third eye. So for 5 minutes every day, you have to practice this simple thing, watching the midpoint between the eyebrows. Put all your attention between the midpoint of your eyebrows. So this is the kriya which will lead to the opening of the third eye if practiced just for 40 days. And its miraculous effects you can experience. If I tell you, you will wonder. But if you experience, you will yourself be amazed to find that you are a changed person. Something extraordinary has started happening in your life. Some extraordinary mystic powers you have started experiencing. And it will help you a lot in your studies, in your exams. Now we come to the third step. The third step is no blink vision. In no blink vision, the science is you have to watch the black circle of the Mahamedha vision card without blinking at all till tears start rolling down through your eyes. बिना पलक झपकाए महामेधा विजन कार्ड के ब्लैक सर्कल को तब तक देखते रहना है जब तक आपकी आंखों में आंसू ना आ जाए. You should place it on the wall inside your room, this much of distance from your sofa or chair on which you will be sitting. From your sofa, this card should be placed at your hand length distance. On this distance you place it, and you have to stare at the black circle without blinking till your eyes start tearing. When the tears start rolling down, something extraordinary happens. The brain system gets activated, and there is so much of activity, there is interconnections of neurons in a large scale. There is multiple increase in the number of synapses in your brain, and that is what ensures, determines the unleashing of immense intelligence inside you. At the same time, it is a powerful technique for concentration. You will automatically start experiencing more and more concentration in your studies, and the net effect will be what time you had to waste to put to memory months and months all together. If once you happen to go through the pages of your chapter will go into your deep down long-term memory. You will not have to exert pressure on your brain to memorize it. Your memory power will automatically increase many times. So this is the third step. It will take hardly 2 to 3 minutes for tears to start rolling down your eyes. And this has been termed as Trata in the Tantra Shastra, and it's a very effective Kriya for students. Now the fourth step is intense humming. You have to hum. For humming, again a very simple technique. You have to inhale, you have to breathe in deeply, and then you have to start humming. Just see how I am doing it. With eyes closed, spine erect, the method of sitting is the same. With eyes closed, breathing in deeply. You will see the impact after just practicing it only 5 times. You count your numbers and it should go on for 5 times. This is a very powerfully effective exercise for your ear, nose and throat. At the same time, it is also a very powerful remedy for sound sleep. Those who have got a disturbed sleep, if they practice intense humming, they will have a sound sleep without any problem, without any obstruction. And at the same time, it will take you towards realizing the optimum utilization of your brain power. Our fifth step, the essence of Mahamedha Kriya, that is Sai Divine Meditation. I tell you, my dear friends, if you have not practiced and experienced meditation, you have deprived yourself of the greatest wealth of this nation. You will deprive yourself of the greatest fortune which this life can offer you. If you have received the taste of meditation, I tell you, you will receive the taste of godliness. You will receive the taste of divinity. And you will be able to understand what life means. You will have to experience what true happiness means in life. You will come to experience what true love is. Without meditation, whatever experience of love you have, that is merely a passion.